Hey gang, welcome back to Joe Daddy's Garage. Today's video I'm continuing to work on this 2006 Mazda 3 that has two different error codes on it that makes it not want to pass emissions. I've already addressed one of those, and it was the intake manifold runner control, and I was basically replacing some solenoids that seems to be a problem with these cars all the time. The second one, and that was P2009 by the way, the second code is P2177. That code is lean off of idle bank 1, or lean at idle bank 1. So what I've discovered, or what I think I've discovered, is that there is a vacuum leak somewhere. That's pretty hard to diagnose. So what I've done is I've ordered a smoke generator that you can attach to the car and give yourself a smoke test, basically, to see where the leaks are coming from. So that's what I'm going to do. Let me show you how that's done, and we'll see if it works. Okay, so let me show you this tool. This is from Autool. You know, it's kind of a play on words, I guess. A-U-T-O-O-L. Not really Autool, but Autool. I don't know. This is on Amazon. Now, these things can come in a variety of designs and pricing. This one, I think, was about $200. You can get them as cheap as $89, $100, but each one has their own function and features. They're also way more expensive ones. We're talking thousands of dollars for one of these devices. So I went with this one for a couple of reasons. Let me open it up and I'll talk about that. Smoke leak detector, right? Now it's got basically like two gauges on it. This one actually registers the pressure you're putting into the system, and I think this one registers a drop in pressure. Okay. But I like this because, and there's a couple of reasons. Let me show you the other features. But I like this one because it is independent. Basically, it's got its own pump built into it. It operates off a 12 volt, so you don't have to have a power source necessarily. You don't have to have an air source. You can plug this in, connect it to your vehicle. It'll generate smoke and pump it into the system. So on the side here, it looks like it's got a level, so you can see how much oil you need to put in it. And I will point out, it calls out for baby oil or mineral oil. I think other brands sell their own oil. This one says you can use baby oil or mineral oil. I don't know where baby oil actually comes from, but I hope it's not babies. So anyway, it shows you how to fill that up. It's got a little port up here on the top that you open up to add the oil, and it heats it internally and creates the smoke. You can probably see maybe through the vents there that there's it looks like a heating device. On this side over here, you have your 12 volt plug-in, simple port, and then down here, this is where you connect your hose so that it can push out the air into the vacuum or into your system. This looks like it does have an adjustment knob on it. I have not, I'm just opening this up, so I'm just getting a look at it. So that's the basic device. This is your main hose. This will actually thread onto this port on the side right here. And it has the fitting that'll connect to your vacuum lines. I'm not sure what this is. Haven't gotten into it just yet. I do know that this is an adapter to where you can take this and plug it into this tube. What that does is, well, basically you can take this and put it in like where your oil goes. So if you're looking for a leak in your engine case, whether it's the valve cover or something else, you can put this in, lock it in, hook the pressure on, and it'll pump smoke into the engine itself. You've got your 12 volt power source, again simple plug-in, two connectors. It comes with a hook, and this threads into the top of the box. Snug that down. Then it has a jam nut, kind of hold it in position. The idea is you can hang this off of your latch, so it's suspended or off the hood. I'm not sure how this operates. Some sort of secondary device. You know, it's got a bulb pump on it. Oh, look at that. Start pumping that, and that expands. I'm not going to do any kind of blood pressure check, but little relief valve there. I'm assuming that this is designed to take the place of another port. Maybe you know, maybe this doesn't fit in a location, so this would go into maybe a valve cover or something to that effect, and you can just pump it up to make it fit the hole. Makes sense to me. Anyway, and then of course it has another tube on it, and that's going to, I would say, pump into this port right here. It does. Okay. Also inside the box, look at that fancy little envelope here. Service card. I am Autool certificate of conformity. All right. Service card. Yep. And then a user manual. And basically it goes over the same things that I just talked about. Breaks it down with numbers on this left side over here. Talks about smoke outlet, power socket, oil level gauge, start stop button. I did not notice that, but I guess there's a little switch right there. Cool. Start stop button, power LED, working cycle LED, so it tells you that's what that is. Power, and then I guess when the smoke is being made. Pressure gauge, hook port, oil refill port, and flow meter. So again, pressure gauge and then flow meter. So looks like it should be pretty simple. Yeah, that's what this I did say. This has instructions on universal intake bladder. So that's what that is. Make it fit multiple things. I don't want to see where it blows up, but you can see that would seal pretty well. Cool. Okay. I don't know, again, I don't know what this thing does. Maybe it, I don't know. I don't know. I don't see it listed in the instructions. Okay, along with that, inside there is a little funnel. So the idea is that you open up this port right here, insert your funnel, baby oil, you have your little side port, minimum, maximum, and you just add baby oil. Doesn't take much. I don't know if you can see it very well on the camera, but there's the baby oil. Take out the funnel, cap that, because remember this is going to get hot, and I think this creates, you know, pressure. That's what's going to push it out. Okay, that's all set up. I'm going to get this connected to the car, and we're going to have a look at it and see what it does. Okay, so here I have it hanging from the hood. I've planned to attach the hose, as I had mentioned. Because what I want to do before I even start is make sure that it works, right? Why go through all the trouble if the thing doesn't work? So it tells you to connect to the 12 volt power source on the car. So I'm going to plug in the wiring. Connect to the car. So it's showing, I'm not sure how to read this scale. You can change it to how much pressure you want to develop. So they've turned the power on. and it's going to probably take it a few minutes to get warm. And I'm going to try something. I want to put my, there we go. I'm blocking off the tube, and it's building pressure. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Yeehaw, that was quick. That was quick. So that shuts the flow off. That puts it at low pressure. I guess unscrewing that will put it at the highest pressure it can develop. Gonna block that off again. So it's going to climb. I think it's supposed to develop about 1 pound of pressure. And it's at 0.5. I'm not sure how the scale works. They got PSI on the outside. So actually it's showing 10 PSI on the outside. 10, 11, around 11 PSI on the outside. You see all the smoke in here, right? So there it goes. We know it works. I'm going to turn that off. Disconnect the power. I've got my own little stage show going on. Woo! All right. So now the next thing is it tells you to, look at that, just go through the smoke. I need some rock music. Anyway, it tells you for checking it that you'll dismantle the air filter and the throttle connections. I'm not sure how far I'm going to go with that. Clean the inner wall of the intake opening to avoid sharp objects. Put the universal intake adapter into the opening. So that must be the actual cone, is that intake, that cone shaped one. Mount the smoke hose to the smoke outlet and the power cord, blah, blah, blah. Start generating pressurized air. Introduce a smoke nozzle into the system via the cone adapter. Wait for 30 seconds until the system is pressurized and check the pressure gauge and flow meter reading for leak status. Okay. Pull off the smoke nozzle from the cone adapter, press the start-stop button. We'll start generating smoke from an auto stop 5-minute working cycle. So it'll operate for 5 minutes, basically making smoke. So it looks like what they want you to do is basically like pressurize a system with just that before you add smoke. I guess I'll have to pull apart some of the intake manifold, or not the intake manifold, but I'll take apart some of the air box so I can put that adapter in, and then we'll go from there. Aha. Okay. I got the wiring for the mass airflow sensors getting in my way. Take that off. Okay. Reconnect this one. So I'm kind of experimenting here, just so you know, but I'm going to insert this in here. Again, verify that I have pressure. Okay. Now I'm going to plug this together. If it pressurizes the car, the engine. And I think it said it would take like up to 2 minutes to actually do it. Actually, it says after connecting to the cone adapter, wait 30 seconds until the system is pressurized and check the pressure gauge flow meter reading for leak status. Well, It's not even showing that it's going to hold any pressure at all. Let me turn on the smoke switch. I don't see anything yet. Let me angle this down so we can. It's showing it's not showing any pressure, but it's not showing any smoke leaving anywhere. Okay, so there it says the pressure. Plug the smoke nozzle into the cone adapter. When there's obvious smoke coming out of the smoke nozzle, so we already knew that was working. The system will be ready to leak check in 2 minutes. Use a bright light, torch, or working lamp to assist. So we'll give it a couple minutes. I see smoke coming from somewhere. I'm seeing smoke. But I can't tell exactly where it's coming from at the moment. I don't know if you can see it or not. May not be what I think it is. Let me show you. I got smoke coming out, but it doesn't look like what I was expecting. So I'll have to research that a little and see what that is. I expected it to come out somewhere else. And it may be that there's nothing wrong and it just has to come out somewhere, but if there's smoke coming out, that tells me there's got to be air going in. You know, that's an opportunity for air to get in and cause a problem for the system. So anyway, I'll look at it. Okay, I was making this video to try to find the problem with the car and also to demonstrate that tool. And I will say that thing did what it was supposed to do. It did provide smoke. It did pump into the car, into the engine. It didn't come out where I expected it to. So I don't know what's going on. If anybody has any input on this, please share it with me so I can resolve this. If I can't get this car fixed, I'm going to sell it as is. And there are counties south of us that do not require emissions testing. So I can sell it to somebody down there. They can drive it. It's a good car. It runs great. There's nothing, feels like there's nothing wrong with it. What I might also do though is change out the mass airflow sensor and give that a shot. You know, I still don't know why the smoke's coming out of the bell housing, but maybe if I change the mass airflow sensor, maybe that'll fix it. I don't know. So anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the thumbs up and all those sort of things. I want to thank my patrons for supporting me and helping me to continue to make videos. If you're interested in getting one of these, I will post a link in the description below and you can buy one if you want. There are other ones out there that are less expensive, but anyway, that's an option for you. And if you want to become a patron, again, there are links in the description below. So once again, thanks for watching. And until next time, take care of yourselves. See ya. Here's a little bonus footage for you. You know, I could not verify that there was a leak or an air leak or vacuum leak on the engine. So one of the alternatives could be the mass airflow sensor. Now, I took this out and I did clean it once. I can't guarantee that that fixed it, but I'm going to show you a simple thing you can do to replace it. It's held in with 2 Phillips head screws. Take those out. Pretty easy to do. That's the sensor. You can just wiggle it a little bit and it comes right out. Now, the way this is supposed to work is it's supposed to register flow. This is one of the sensors. This upper section here, I'm guessing there's an internal sensor that's deep inside, but basically it's supposed to register airflow. And you know, I can't say for sure this works. So what I did is I bought a new one. This is available, I got this off of Amazon. It was relatively cheap. You know, if you're trying to fix some things, you don't want to spend bunch of money. So there it is. Has a little sensor on the side, as I talked about, and I can only assume, I can see it's a lot cleaner down inside there. You probably can't see that very well. So basically, all I have to do, well, first off, before I put this on, let me verify that it's going to fit, and it does. It fits the connector. So I will reinsert that. Nice and snug. It's got like an O-ring on it that helps seal it off. And really that's all it takes to change the mass airflow sensor. So I'll put everything back together. I hope that this will solve the problem that I have, but I don't know for sure. I can't do a follow-up right now on this. I need to drive it, get some miles on it, and see if it'll cycle through. But anyway, here's some bonus footage for you. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care of yourselves. See ya.